one. Thick Lacey had to die. That was a great song. Shout out to Kurt. Let's get into it. What's going on, family? Welcome back to another episode of the Judge Your Mama podcast. Today, we're going to talk about the last piece of the foundation that is very essential before you go out and spend all of this money on starting a business, a podcast, a course, a vlog. How many of us know we've started? Your girl has started a whole lot of things and has not finished a whole lot of them as well, because I started to question who I was. I started to question what it is that I wanted to offer and what was setting me apart from everybody else. I got lost in everybody else's sauce because I wasn't solid on me. To be honest, I wasn't really sold on me. I was more sold on doing business how everybody else did it because it worked for them. And that's okay, right? Like in certain seasons, it's okay to not know what you know. It's okay to go and examine somebody else's model. It's okay to have a mentor, right? Question how they conduct business or do whatever it is that they do, or blog the way that is they blog or podcast. Like, it's okay to see somebody else's framework. It's okay to see how other people do business or do speaking or whatever it is you're interested in and you're working on. It's okay to do that. If you don't know, like, I encourage finding a mentor, finding a couple. I'm okay with telling you to find a coach. I'm a coach. I'd be crazy to say don't find a coach. It's okay, but there are certain seasons where you just need to be implementing. There are certain seasons where you need to be figuring out who you are and spending time with you, spending time with that part of you. Consume your content. If your content doesn't encourage you, if you don't learn anything from your content, why are you doing it? Yeah, today we talking about why. Why are you offering what you offer? Why are you doing what you're doing? Really? Because it's going to get hard. I've been telling y'all since the past 2 episodes, it's going to be hard. I purchased some podcast equipment the other week and it came in, and y'all don't see it. You probably won't see it for a while until I learn it, because I thought it was going to be easy. Y'all, I'm pretty good with tech for the most part. And I think I prided myself on being an engineer, that I'm like, oh, I can learn it. It's easy, right? Plug, chug, follow directions, boom, boom, bam, press some buttons. We good. Well, your girl thought she was going to set it up today. I set it up. And a couple things weren't working, and I was just like, nah, I gotta hurry up and record. Like, I'll come back to it later. I need to spend some time with it, right? And that's okay. So things are in that, right? Like, I could have said, girl, you ain't no true podcaster because you don't got all the equipment. A joke. You're not a real vlogger, because they still see the ring circles in your glasses. Guess what? Until I get something else or take the time to figure out something else, or somebody pay me to get a different light, so y'all ain't got to see the ring circles in my glasses, you're going to get me. You're going to get this. All right? You're going to get this right here. And it's not that I don't want to have better quality, or it's not that the ring circle lights in my glasses ain't aggravate me. They are. But what's more important is that I give what I believe I'm supposed to give. That I serve and I speak and I share what it is I'm supposed to share in a timely fashion. Right? Because how do we know that some things might have been great in that one season, but in the next season they're not. And there are things that the people I'm called to that they're dealing with, and they're waiting for that light bulb to go off. So I'm going to share what I'm supposed to share when I'm supposed to share it. And that's a part of my why. My why is understanding that I have girls, I have daughters who are going to grow up, who are going to question who they are, who are going to want to try some things, who are going to feel stuck doing whatever it is they're doing. And I want to be able to, like, and with full confidence, reassure them in who they are, helping them discover who they are, helping them to discover what sets them apart. I have a daughter who absolutely loves dancing. I know what it's like to want to be a dancer, but if only somebody would have really sat down with me and coached me into understanding who I am, what sets me apart from the other dancers, and why I'm dancing, to help me to understand like why I'm dancing, I think I would have stuck with it a little longer. But either way, it's important to know why you do what you do. Because again, technology gonna fail you. And it's gonna cause you to question, like, for real. Like, again, the equipment not working, I could have been like, girl, you a real you a podcaster. You supposed to know this stuff. And I will. So I'm gonna give myself grace. Until then, I'm gonna podcast in the manner that works for me in this season, okay? That I can afford in this season. Until the big dollars start rolling in. It's important to know what it is that you want to give, why you want to give XYZ services. But before you get there, again, if you haven't looked at or listened to the previous episodes, the 2 previous episodes, I encourage you to do so. It's very important, again, to know what, y'all? My Judge Your Mamas. That's like, I gotta find a name. I gotta find a name for the community. Like, y'all can't be the Judge Your Mamas, because I'm gonna mess that up every time. But those of you who are in the Judge Your Mama community, we've been talking about what? We've been talking about the importance of knowing who you are, right? Before you go out and do anything, not just a business. Before you go out and do a podcast. Before you go out and do a blog, a YouTube channel, open up a Turo business, all of the things, open up a grocery store, write a book. It's important to know who you are, because if them sales don't come through, come on somebody, you're going to need to know, why do I keep showing up when other people ain't showing up to your event? You going to need to know who you are. You got to have something to stand on, especially, again, after you've invested this money, after you've put in the time to write the book, to start the business, to create the logo, to pay for the logo, to communicate with the people who overseas, to hire the VAs, to do all of the things, to edit, to edit and post the video on YouTube, only to get 2 views, week after week after week after week. And you know your content good. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. That doesn't mean that it can't get better. It will, if you keep going. But what's going to keep you going? Understanding your why. Understanding why you do what you do. Understanding that this is a season. Some seasons last a couple weeks. Some seasons could last a couple years, a couple months. I don't know what that is for you. But that's why it's important to understand who you are. It's important to understand what it is that you desire to give to people, what sets you apart. And it's important to understand why you do what you do, why you desire to give these services, why you desire to have your art showcased in whoever's art gallery. Why? So that you can stand on something, some type of foundation to keep going. Entrepreneurship can be lonely. Being a trailblazer in your area, in your life, in your friend circle, in your family, it will be lonely. So you gotta figure out why. Why? Focus on the why. Take some time with yourself to figure out why really am I doing this? Am I doing this just for money? Because it's gonna come and go. And if it's built on money, when money come and go, you gotta understand why you do what you do. So, if you missed the first 2 episodes before this one, go check it out. All right. I'm enjoying the season that I'm in. It's not perfect. I ain't hit my $1 million day yet. Not exactly where I want to be yet. What I am believing is not in front of me just yet. However, I see how where I am is contributing to where I'm going. I understand what I'm doing more and more in this season and how important it is to remain consistent even in the small things. In the small things. I'm really reading a really great book right now called The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. Right now, I'm just focusing on the small things that I can do, the things that I can control. There's a lot of moving pieces in life. There are some hard moments that have caused me to want to give up what's in front of me. There are a lot of hard days in business that have caused me to want to literally cut off all my clients and go back to a 9-to-5. And if that's you, you got to know why you do what you do. Entrepreneurship is hard. Life is hard. It's hard, but you could choose your hard. My hard that I'm choosing is entrepreneurship. Working a 9-to-5 is hard. Working a corporate is hard. It's hard, right? Working at a call center is hard. Working at McDonald's is hard. I wonder if working at Chick-fil-A is hard. I'm sure it's hard for somebody, but that's the hard that they choose. The good days definitely outweigh the bad days, the challenging days. But, the challenging days are helping me to grow as a person. So I'll take that any day. I might not like it, but I'll take it. But that's why it's important to know who you are. I can't emphasize that enough. It's important to know who you are. It's important to know what you give and what you desire to give. And it's important to know why you do what you do and who you doing it for. All right? Once you work through all of that, then go out there and spend your money, shawty. Go ahead and get that LLC. Go ahead and buy that machine you've been trying to buy. Okay? Go ahead and do all those things. All right? So you can go get this Skrilla. People don't use Skrilla no more. What is that? Coins? So you can go get the coins. Go secure the bag. All right? Go do the work so you can go do the work. Go do the work inwardly so you can go do the work outwardly. All right? But I said all that to say, I love y'all. Oh, yeah. Have you joined the email list where we talk about all the things, right? From our who, where we talk about our what, where we talk about our why. Because you ain't in the coaching program. Because if you was, I would see you when we meet throughout the week. But I don't be seeing you. So you not in it. So we ain't even got to talk about that yet because you ain't in it. What you need to be in, though, is the email list. And we just talk about these topics a little deeper. Right? But until then, I'll see you on the other side of the computer, or I'll meet you on social media, maybe. I don't know. This is kind of weird now. Either way, until next week, peace, y'all.